AITA for checking our nanny cam footage to prove I was being lied to. This will sound ridiculous, but just take it out. Recently, my spouse, daughter, and I were having dinner together. He took some food off her plate to try a bite, and she responded by shaking her finger and saying, "You need to ask." He said, "I'm sorry, you're right, I should ask." And then a few minutes later, reached over to my place setting and took some of my food without asking. I didn't think it was a great example for our daughter considering it happened moments earlier. So I said, "You didn't ask, you just did the same thing to our daughter." He said, "I assumed you were done eating." And I said, "You assumed, but just ask me." So he handed it back to me and said, "Can I have some of your garlic bread?" And I shared very calm normal exchange. Because this was a known issue and I was not upset at the situation. We tried to use it in marriage counseling as an example of how to communicate in certain situations. Mainly when I say something hurt me and my spouse wants me to explain how he experienced the event instead of apologizing. It became an issue when he only wanted to give his side of the food story in counseling. Later that day, I asked him calmly again if he would like to share his side to see if it changes my perspective. I said, "I can't argue with your experience since we both agree on what happened." And to my surprise, he indicated we did not agree. He told me he took the garlic bread from my plate because he got it for both of us. I knew this was nonsense as I ordered from this restaurant frequently and know how much garlic bread comes with the dish. I got insanely angry because we argue constantly about how things happen. So I stormed off. Later, he came to me and said, "I'm sorry, I thought the garlic bread was mine and I was wrong." So by this point, I'd been told that he got garlic bread for us both and then that he thought the bread was his. I felt crazy as I usually do when these conversations happen with him. So I thought to check the nanny cam to see what really happened. He handed me my food saying, "And there is garlic bread on top for you." And then later, when I asked him for taking it from my plate, he didn't say, "This bread is mine," or "I got this to share." He said, "Okay, can I have some of your garlic bread?" I took these clips from our nanny cam and sent them to him, asking why he would lie about something so small and turn it into a massive thing. He immediately got mad and said, "I can't believe you would do something as ridiculous as checking the camera. You are so out of line," and stormed off. So Reddit, am I the a-hole or out of line for using our nanny cam to call my spouse out for lying? I can't believe this is their biggest problem.